Hello grade 4, this is Miss Susan. Today's episode is about measurement benchmarks, lesson 12.1. Our essential question is,
how can you use benchmarks to understand the relative sizes of measurement units?
Okay, first, what is the benchmark? Benchmark is anything or any object that would help me to judge any value by comparing by it. So if you compare any benchmark with anything, you can estimate its real value. So let's figure out in reality what are benchmarks that I can use. Hello, Fox.
Hello! Barley and I are at the truck stop again. We just found out that the owner of the truck stop wants to mail a package. We all hope the package will fit in the mailbox. Check out the mailbox to see if the package fits.
Let's see if it will fit or not.
Yes, the package fits inside of the mailbox. The mailbox is about 1 foot tall. But what's this tell us about how tall the package is?
It should be less than 1 foot, so it will fit.
You know, maybe we should think about how to use the height of the mailbox as a benchmark. Come on, let's get started.
Let's use common items as benchmarks to estimate measures. Let's unlock this problem. Jake says the length of his desk is about 4 yards. Is this reasonable? You can use benchmark customary units to figure out if Jake's statement is reasonable.
Okay, let's see if his desk's width or length is 4 yards. Let's use some items as benchmark to judge if he's saying the right thing or not. First thing here is,
the tip of a finger is about 1 inch long. A license plate is about 1 foot long. A baseball bat is about 1 yard long. The distance you can walk in 20 minutes is about 1 mile. So, Jake says his desk is 4 yards long. Which of these benchmark customary units would be most useful to measure Jake's desk?
okay,
The baseball bat is about a yard long. You can use that to estimate the length of Jake's desk. 4 yards would be about the same length as 4 baseball bats end to end. Jake's statement isn't reasonable. His desk isn't the same length as 4 baseball bats. It's much shorter. Jake's desk is about the length of 1 baseball bat, or 1 yard. Now let's estimate the amount of water in this glass. About how much liquid is in a glass of water? Use benchmark customary units to help make your estimate.
okay, I want to figure out how much liquid in a glass of water. So will you measure it by using a cup?
1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. 1 pint is twice as much as 1 cup. 1 quart is twice as much as 1 pint. 1/2 gallon is twice as much as 1 quart. 1 gallon is twice as much as 1/2 gallon. So what is the most reasonable measurement for a glass of water?
So if you have a glass of water, will you measure it by using cups or pints or quart or half gallon or gallon? I guess we're gonna measure it by how many cups in each glass of water.
A glass of water contains about 1 cup, or 8 ounces. About how much does a grapefruit weigh? You can use customary units to estimate the weight of a grapefruit. These pencils weigh about 1 ounce. A loaf of bread weighs about 1 pound. A small car weighs about 1 ton. Which of these benchmark units is the best comparison for the weight of a grapefruit?
I think that grapefruit is weightier than the pencils, so it is bigger than 1 ounce. Maybe its weight is like the loaf of bread, and of course it's less than the weight of car, so I think it weighs 1 pound.
A grapefruit would weigh about the same as a loaf of bread, or about 1 pound. The metric system is based on place value. Each unit is 10 times as large as the next smaller unit. Use benchmark metric units to estimate length, liquid volume, and mass. Now let's estimate the length of a school bus. What are some common benchmarks that you can use to estimate length?
Okay, so estimating is all about guessing. Okay, so you just guess. Is it by use millimeter or a centimeter or a decimeter, like with your hands, or meter or kilometer? So let's check the units that we can use to measure a school bus.
The width of a pin is about 1 millimeter. The width of your finger is about 1 centimeter. The width of your hand is about 1 decimeter. The width of a door is about 1 meter. The distance you can walk in 10 minutes is about 1 kilometer. Look at all the metric benchmark units. Is a school bus greater than or less than a kilometer?
It's less than, way much less than a kilometer. Kilometer is like the distance from your home to your school. If you're living by 10 minutes walking distance from the school. And I guess you can measure it by meter, because you can't measure it by your hand, like decimeters.
It's less than a kilometer. It doesn't take 10 minutes to walk the length of a school bus. Now use some metric units of liquid volume to estimate the amount of perfume in a perfume bottle. A medicine dropper can hold about 1 milliliter of liquid. A water bottle contains about 1 liter. So how much would a perfume bottle hold? About 100 milliliters or about 100 liters?
Okay, does it measure 100 drops from the medicine dropper, or will it measure 100 water bottles? Of course, 100 water bottles is very, very huge one to contain all this quantity. However, 100 drops, this kind of reasonable. So I think it's 100 milliliter.
It would contain about 100 milliliters. A perfume bottle is much too small to hold 100 liters. Now, let's look at measuring mass. Use metric units of mass to estimate the mass of a credit card. A dollar bill is about 1 gram. A baseball bat is about 1 kilogram. What would the mass of a credit card be closer to? About 1 gram or about 1 kilogram?
It's a small credit card that you can put it in your pocket. Will you put 1 kilogram inside your pocket? Of course no. So its weight 1 gram. So its mass is 1 gram.
A credit card would be about 1 gram. It has much less mass than a baseball bat. Use benchmarks to choose the metric unit that you would use to measure each object. What benchmark metric unit would you use to measure the mass of an apple?
We weigh 1 apple by kilogram. I think kilogram weighs about 5 apples. So it's not fair. Grams or centimeter. Centimeter is weight in length. And also milliliter. Milliliter is weight in volume or capacity of liquid. So is it an apple is a liquid? No. So milliliter doesn't work. Centimeter also doesn't make any sense. Grams, yes, it's smaller than kilogram. So kilogram for measuring big quantity of apples. However, grams to measure one apple.
That's right. The mass of an apple is measured in grams. What benchmark metric unit would you use to measure the length of a pencil?
Okay, length mean anything with meter unit. So kilometer, meter, or centimeter. However, liters to measure the volume or the capacity of liquids. Okay, so we have here three units that can measure length. Is it kilometer, like the distance in the road distance? No. Meters, like the width of the door? No. It will be a big pencil. Centimeter, you can use the ruler to measure with the scale to measure the pencil. Yes, I can use the ruler, of course, to measure the pencil. So this one, it works. I can measure the length of the pencil by centimeters.
That's right. You use centimeters to measure the length of a pencil. Now try your homework on your own with the personal math trainer. It includes the exercise you saw at the beginning of the lesson.
Thank you, grade 4, for watching. Hope that you enjoyed the lesson and understood it.
Thanks for helping me use a benchmark to estimate the height of the package. See you soon!
Have a nice day. Bye bye.